we've now entered a negative world where the dominant culture actually opposes the church. And of course, the state of the Bible data confirms a recent decline in Bible use, scripture engagement. We know about church attendance, Christian institutions. However, in all of that dire data, there is hope. And what is the hope or the signs of hope that you see amidst the rubble?
I'm glad you asked because it really isn't all bad news and it isn't unprecedented in the history of the church, any of the things that we're seeing right now. One of the things that we see is a lot of hope in Gen Z, the youngest American adult generation. When we look at them, 21% of Gen Z adults say they've increased their Bible use in the past year. That's an increase over last year. But we just also see them really engaging with God, and younger half Gen Z more than older half Gen Z. So the older Gen Z gets, we're going to learn more about them. But as we look at these kids, they're having spiritual conversations. They're engaging in evangelism, and they want to know how to do that better. They really want to share their faith with others. We documented this in a chapter on evangelism at the end of last year, and you can find that at stateofthebible.org. Just go and to the bottom of the page, you can download previous versions, but I think it's chapter 8 or 9, where we looked at evangelism in America and sharing our faith. So there's a lot of hope, I think, in young adults who defy some of our caricatures of them. So I think one of the places I see a big dichotomy is there are a lot of boomers who really feel like the culture at large is against the gospel and against the Bible. And that's true to a certain degree. We've measured it between 10 and 15% of Americans are hostile to the Bible. They take a very negative view of it. But actually, what we see in Gen Z is a lot of undecidedness, which you can equate to openness. They're like, I don't know. I'm not sure. But they're not negatively not sure, like, I'm not sure and don't talk to me about it. But they're like, I'm not sure. Tell me what you've experienced. They're looking for an authentic relationship with God. They're looking for authentic faith and authentic spirituality. And if we have that, they're open to us sharing it with them. And that's great news.
What age does Gen Z? I mean, what are the age ranges of Gen Z?
Sure. So we basically use these categories. We look at elders. So elders would be 79 to 99. In fact, there are so few elders now that we've had to combine them into a category we call Boomers Plus. So when we look at our Boomers Plus category, they are 60 to dead at whatever age, right? And sorry, boomers and elders, but I
Okay,
mean,
boomer.
you
Okay,
know,
boomer.
somewhere in there. And so they were born in 1946 to 1964. So anything 1964 or later is a baby boomer. Anybody who was born from 1980 to 1965, which would be my generation, we're Generation X. Millennials, 1996 to 1981, so they'd be 28 to 43. And then Gen Z is 27 all the way down to age 11. And then prior to age 11, 10 and younger is what we call Gen Alpha. So Gen Z, these 11 to 27-year-olds, in our study, we only look at 18 to 27-year-olds. So it's older half Gen Z, that because our study is of American adults.